map is not the territory. Before walking into the line of fire, take a look around. These two aren't my enemy. They're soldiers just like me. If I stay nice and quiet, they'll never know I'm here. The light is my real enemy. And the one good thing about lights is that they don't shoot back. Soda can. Didn't anyone ever tell those jokers not to litter? I don't feel like writing them up. Whatever they leave behind becomes a tool for me to use. I'm in a good mood. I'll let these guys go home to their wives tonight.
Okay, just to prove I'm not bullshitting you here. See, look at that ratings. Soul's bullshit, by the way, and I haven't finished the game on this file, but look, 100%, I ain't bullshitting you. I'm a cool guy, I'm good at video games. Anyway.
The body of kidnapped American computer engineer Bruce Morgenholt was discovered in a village in Peru this morning.
Oh no.
Implicated in the kidnapping and failed ransom attempt. Alleged leader of the People's
we accidentally killed the hostage before we could collect a ransom.
Here we see
Failed ransom attempt.
Walsh en route to the Yellow Sea for her first assignment amid rising tensions in the region. Dubbed the flagship of a 21st century fleet by Defense Secretary Mason, who reaffirmed America's commitment to our Japanese
That's the ship we're on right now.
Our hope that the presence of the Walsh, now the world's premier electronic and information warfare platform, will help diffuse the tensions in the region.
That's always a big theme in the Splinter Cell games about how, like, in the 21st century, warfare is mostly about intelligence gathering.
Payment was in weapons. He appears to be using those arms to equip his own men and pay off debts to other guerrilla groups. Maybe Lacerda is a nickel anti-loser, but maybe he's learned some things from
Nickel anti-loser.
Maria Narcissa is out to sea, so there's no escape. Board her, search her, find out who Lacerda's been dealing with, and then make sure he doesn't have an opportunity to spread what he knows. Fifth freedom.
Fifth freedom is Sam Fisher's freedom as a, like a, what'd you call him, an operative? A Splinter Cell, a spy, a ninja, to just kill whoever he wants. Because usually in the missions they'll be like, don't kill people, you fuck, you're not supposed to exist, you idiot.
Imagine if Che Guevara had kidnapped and interrogated Oppenheimer in 1959, and you have a pretty accurate parallel of the situation we're in right now.
Okay, I respect the fact that information warfare and cyber warfare and whatnot is a big deal now, but if Che Guevara got his hands on Oppenheimer, I feel like we would have a very different situation. I don't think that's directly comparable to any degree.
A small launch on the stern. That will be your primary extraction. If things go badly, we might be able to arrange to pluck you out of the sea.
We'll keep the Walsh inside a helicopter range of the target vessel at all times. If something goes wrong, we should be able to assist in extraction. If
Isn't this ship supposed to be heading towards Asia?
from open water, once you're out of visual range of the ship.
It's taking a detour down towards the Panama Canal, I guess. Although, I guess if it was launching from the East Coast, it would have to go through the Panama Canal. So yeah, okay.
Fisher, we just pulled
Yeah,
up
look at our
dry
fucking
dock report for the
stealth
Marine
wetsuit.
Narcissa.
Now we're looking like a ninja,
Installed
baby.
Central alarm system.
Don't tell me. 3 alarms and the mission is over?
Of course not. This is no video game, Fisher.
That's funny because that's how it actually was in the original games. If you got 3 alarms, you lost. Game over. Now again, as I have said, I have an MK... Oh, buddy! Oh, that had to hurt. I am and have done ghost runs of all of the levels where it's possible to do that. This is another level where it's not actually possible to do that, because there is a mandatory thing you're going to have to do later. But outside of that, you can go through all of these levels without even interacting with anyone. And like I said, I'm not going to do that. Because I'm bad at video games. Holy shit. Why am I so stupid? I'm trying to fuck around with people, but I'm so used to doing a ghost run that I'm not used to fucking around with people. Like, okay, because where we want to go is right there. Right through there. But I want to dick around with this guy and interrogate him.
What are you doing up here?
Just trying to get away from that jerk Lacer. And toss him overboard.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. But those guys protecting him...
Yeah, you're right. They look dangerous.
Don't turn around. Got ya.
Nice night. Shh. What's the roster? How many men aboard?
Total? There is 36 of us, I think. But that's including Lacerda and a couple of mean-looking mercenaries he brought with him.
Where's Lacerda now?
He was just here 20 minutes ago, complaining about his quarters. He said he wanted another room. You won't find Lacerda where there is work to be done.
I hope you can hear their voices during the interrogations. I lowered the all of this. Maybe I should lower it. Lower, like, it really bothers me when there's no subtitles. That's especially frustrating for, like, a playthrough, because, like, you want to show off all the dialogue, but you also have to talk over it. So it can be frustrating when there's no subtitles. And this game's, like, weirdly selective about the subtitles, too. Like, the dialogue between Sam and his support team gets subtitles in that little box in the upper left, but the interrogations don't get subtitles. Doing that will draw their attention, but this part can be... Like, getting here when trying to ghost run it can be pretty frustrating. It will get their attention, but it won't alert them. They'll just be like, oh, that's weird. Must have been rats, and then just, you know how it is in stealth games. This guy just taking a snooze. Let's open this door. Oh, that made a lot of noise, but didn't wake him up, because that would have been unfair.
Fisher, it looks like Lacerda is spreading around his newfound wealth, paying off debts with some of the arms that were delivered to him.
You want me to scan any more weapons crates?
Better idea. Plant tracking devices on them, and we can see who they end up getting delivered to.
Okay.
Another little scavenger hunt side quest. That's usually what the secondary objectives amount to. It's like, hey, there's things around in the environment that you're going through. Do shit with it. Do shit in the environment, and then like this. There's a bunch of little crates that we're gonna find strewn about the place. And these levels are...
Good job, Sam. That's the first crate. Keep your eyes peeled for any more.
Alright.
Are pretty linear in terms of layout and progression. Like, you start out at the bow of it, like, where's the...
Fisher, we just intercepted a radio call from the Maria Narcissa. She's reporting a hull leak and asking for an escort.
The ship is sinking.
No, but apparently several compartments are flooded. You'll need to activate the bilge in the forward machine room to access all the cargo holds.
Like, it's you start out at one end of the ship, and you gotta make your way to the other end of the ship, basically. But they are still, like, open explorative levels, because you can go all the way from the end,
Fisher, those compartments are flooded.
all the way back to the beginning of the level, in every single level. This guy's making a lot of noise. Would be a shame if someone were to sneak up on him and then shove his face into the drill that he was using. Maybe if this was the Punisher, we'd be able to do that, but...
Noisy down here.
Oh, my!
Makes it easy to sneak up on people. What is this hole?
The auxiliary pump is here. There are some flooded compartments. The pump should be able to drain them.
Thanks for the information.
I always think ships are a really good setting to use for video games, but I feel they're underutilized.
There should be a large pump in here that you can use to drain the forward cargo hold.
I'll find it.
And like, I guess that makes sense. Like, it makes sense to use the ship for like a level or two, but I mean, they're not, unless it's like a massive, unrealistically huge cruise liner or something like that. You're not going to get a lot of mileage out of it.
You gonna start that pump there or what?
This area is really difficult when you're trying to do a ghost run. I'll tell you that right now for free. I'll tell you that for free.
I don't know how this stupid thing works.
Captain Diego says hurry up or we'll sink.
Well, if I do it wrong, we might sink faster.
Then don't do it wrong.
Easy for you to say.
I like how that didn't make any noise, apparently. But yeah, you gotta get down there and do this without touching them, without knocking them out. Guess what? It's really hard because he's just... that is the thing you have to interact with. So what you have to do is, like, distract him and get him to move away. While this light's overhead, you gotta fucking, like, get him to move away, take the light out, go up to it, activate the pumps.
Good job. That'll drain the flooded compartments. Now you can search for the bill of lading attached to Lacerda's shipments.
All right.
Then hide without any of them noticing. It's pretty catch and go for a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, some of these, to ghost it, you gotta fuck around with the game a little bit.
I'm betting that Lacerda's shipping container is somewhere in this compartment. The bill of lading should be mounted on the side.
I'll have a look around.
Come on. Like, you know how in, what's it? Oh, man.
Good work, Sam. It looks like whoever delivered these arms to Lacerda was operating through a proxy.
Who?
Mercantil Costa Fuerza Seguridad de Panama.
Offshore bankers?
Yeah, the cigar-chomping kind.
Great. I love bureaucrats.
You still need to recover the transit ledgers so we can figure out who else Lacerda is dealing with. Try the ship's office. They should have that information.
What am I thinking of? Like, you know how in some games you just have to do things that you know the developer didn't intend, and you kind of break the game a little bit in order to do something? Ah, god damn it. An immediate example is not springing to mind.
Somewhere on the top deck, on the side, and there's a powered launch on the stern.
Think there is enough for everyone?
Yeah, but I wouldn't trust them.
So yeah, the plot is starting to come together a little bit.
Sensors in your suit are detecting a lot of fumes down there.
Yeah, I can smell it. Some kind of gas leak.
Could be enough to be a serious explosive hazard. We can't have any firing in the engine room.
Wonderful.
And don't expect the enemy to be smart enough to realize that. They might still open fire on you if they see you.
I get the message. I'll be discreet.
Holy shit, I'm embarrassed that I can't think of an example of what I'm trying to talk about right now. Anyway, like, the plot's starting to come together a little bit. Guy knew things about the mass kernels, fucking nobody little revolutionary kidnapped him. And now that nobody little revolutionary is selling guns and stuff to people. Hold on. Let's see what counts as firing in here. Fucking everything. Well, at least we took out Hugo Lacerda. Anyway, homeboy's dealing with fucking offshore bankers. So maybe they're the next link in the chain on this little mystery. Anyway, this room, fucking ridiculously hard to go through. Because you can't knock anyone out. And if you get spotted, they'll fucking shoot you. Like, it's basically instant death if you get spotted. So you gotta basically quick save every time you get from one side of the room to the other.
What's wrong with this thing now? Spoken like a true technician. I ain't touching it.
And the layout of this room being basically nothing but catwalks. Like, there's not a lot of routes to get out and around these guys. I say as I get out and around these guys without even needing to knock anyone out. That's always the fucking curse, isn't it? Whenever you're like, oh, this is super easy, it takes you like 500 tries. Like, this is so cool, everyone watch this. It takes you 500 tries to do it. Oh man, it's really hard, it's probably going to take me 500 tries to do it. Do it perfectly on the first try. That's how it is when you're doing fucking Let's Plays.
Not a face.
No, 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 no. Oh my god, that's so liberating. I'm so used to just trying to pure ghost it that I'm like, oh shit, I can knock people out. Oh my goodness. A world of possibility has been opened to me. World of possibility I had restricted myself from. We gotta go down there because there's a thing we need.
Is there something over there?
I like how he can see us in the light through the fucking door. That's not cheap. That's what that was. We didn't make a noise, but we're in the light, and the enemy can still see you when you're in the light, even when you're behind a fucking door. Because that makes sense, right? I forget if you can in this game. I'm not sure if you can. I don't remember being able to. I think it might have been something that they put in Double Agent. But let's try it real quick here.
I guess I should pay more attention.
Yep, that was in Double Agent. Seems silly that it's not in this, right? Being able to grab a dude when he comes around a corner like that. It seems like Sam should be able to just fucking, like still take him by surprise. You know? And yet it took a lot of stealth games a long time to figure out how to do that. Metal Gear couldn't do that until fucking MGS5.
Oh, well. Nothing here.
Get over here!
Expected him to walk a little bit closer before he noticed me, but no. I was in his personal bubble. I also usually don't end up using the sticky camera, but that's a really fucking broken thing that you can use. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Fuck off. I don't know if you can hear it, because I did turn the music way down, but you can still hear a little bit of the music cues picking up in the background. It might be worth, like, you know, intentionally raising the alert level a little bit just to show off the music, because, like I said, all the music in every level is completely unique. Like, every level has its own, like, track associated with it, and the more, like, alert the enemies are, the more intense the music becomes. So when you're just pure stealthing it, you never hear the music. Which is kind of a shame. Because I
Sam, you're near the
always
ship's
pure
office.
stealth
This deck,
it.
starboard side.
I'll find the transit ledgers there.
That's where they should be keeping them.
As much as possible, at least. Anyway, here's a computer. We could go over there into the light and tap on the keyboard, or, like I said in the first level, there's the tower, and now we remote hack it. Yeah.
A few minutes ago, complaining about the letters. Bastard. I hope someone cut his throat.
Lacerda is not a man to trifle with.
I'm not going to trifle with him. I'm hoping someone else will do it.
That someone would experience painful death at Lacerda's hands. Where is Lacerda now?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
So it sounds like Lacerda is not exactly making friends with the crew. That would be funny if there was a mechanic to where when you get to Lacerda and take him out, if any of the crew members found his body, they didn't report it. Like, they were like, haha, you're dead. Sucks to be you. I'm happy about this. Oh, that guy's using the computer. We could knock him out and just tap on the keyboard, or remote hacking!
Transit ledgers are forged. They say Lacerda's container is full of sugarcane and coconuts from a man named Nikaryakov in Malaysia.
Nikaryakov. I remember that name.
Nikaryakov is a code name that Philippine drug dealers use to indicate arms shipments.
So instead of nuts from Malaysia, Lacerda got guns from an imaginary Russian?
Exactly. Now why don't you go find out where Lacerda is hiding?
The captain probably knows where he is.
Good idea. Why don't you head to the bridge and ask?
There he is. I wanted to show off what happens when you do actually do the tip-tap on the keyboard, but... Okay. Hearing so many footsteps. Yep, guy on the other side.
Am I seeing things?
Yes. You saw nothing. Nothing. The door just opened up all on its own after you walked past
I
it.
don't see anything.
Yeah, it was probably rats. We love you, guards in stealth games. You're so fucking stupid.
No signs of anything here.
Like, no human being acts like this. When a door opens on its own, and you thought you saw a fucking ninja standing in the shadows, guess what? Most people are going to freak the fuck out for the rest of their lives. They also have no peripheral vision to speak of whatsoever. That's what I'm talking about, though. I complain about this a lot in Dishonored.
Okay, Sam. Judging by the numbering on the crates, that's about half of them. See if you can find the rest.
I complain about this a lot in Dishonored, but stealth games like this and Thief trained me to see darkness equals invisibility. Fuck this line of sight bullshit. There were so many moments in Dishonored. Hold on, let's show off the sticky camera. There are so many moments in Dishonored where, like, you're hiding in the dark, and then a guy turns around and sees you, because, oh, darkness doesn't make you invisible. I was like, no. Of course, in that game, it was mostly based on, like, altitude. Like, no one looked up in that game.
No, but I heard him. I think I'm seeing things. Hey, do not think come out.
Well, that didn't work the way I wanted it to.
This is bad.
Let's try that again, a little bit less embarrassing this time. I didn't think they would hear it.
No, but I heard him yelling at someone a few minutes ago. That's why I came here. What was he yelling about this time? Complaining about his quarters or something. What's that? I heard something.
Oh, look, you can see us.
You're always hearing something.
There's Sam.
This time I'm pretty sure.
There's Sam right there. Yeah. Come closer. Oh, that's great. Fucking instantaneous ragdoll. That's always hilarious.
Good job, Sam. 2 more crates to go.
That happened a lot in Thief 3, where you'd hit a guy with the blackjack and then just instantly fucking, like, ragdolled. And they'd bend over backwards on their spine and shit, and it looked like they fucking cracked their own back. Shit like that's always great. That game was okay. Not as good as Thief 2, but I think it was fine. It suffered a little bit from the old, gotta keep consoles in mind. Because this was that era. This was the era of, like, game development was,
Yeah. You know what I don't understand? Here we are, loaded up with Colombian best coffee in the world. Exactly. What
where, like, originally...
Why?
Because cheap coffee sweats more. Makes it harder for the dogs to smell what's hidden inside the coffee.
That makes sense. Still, wouldn't mind a good cup of coffee.
The voice acting in this game is amazing. Originally, like, games were made for, like, computers first, at least in the West, you know, back when the consoles were all Japanese.
Way to go, Fisher. 1 more crate to go.
So Western developers were making shit on computers, and then maybe retrofitting it after the fact to work on whatever console. But around the time the Xbox came out...
So young? I don't, but it sure helps to look at. Your skin deserves the best.
Around the time the Xbox came out, they started making games specifically for consoles. Either putting it on the computer after the fact, or just being Xbox exclusive. Like...
Helm! Make your heading 88 degrees, 6 minutes. Maintain speed.
Sí, señor.
Like Knights of the Old Republic...
Scopes are clear?
Sí, señor.
There's the captain.
Gracias.
He probably knows where Lacerda's staying at, wouldn't he? Let's go ahead and ask him. It is possible to find out without interrogating him, and thus maintaining that ghost. But let's satiate our curiosity. It's a lot easier this way.
I hear you have a special passenger tonight.
What? Who?
I'm the guy who's here to cash the checks Lacerda's been writing. Where is he?
That son of a... He was provoking my men, so I gave him my own cabin to shut him up.
That's very kind of you.
Be careful. He brought some personal bodyguards. They look dangerous.
I'm not afraid of Lacerda's thugs.
No, they're not Peruvian. They're Europeans, I think. Bros.
Thanks for the tip.
The pleasure is all mine. I'm glad you're here, but my men will shoot you on sight.
I wish there was a way you could let him go without knocking him out, but AI development's hard.
So Lacerda is holed up in the captain's quarters.
Where's that?
Third deck, port side. The 2 interior stairwells are the only access to that deck.
Or like having him just be up here and be like, just ignore your presence. Like, KOTOR was infamous, maybe.
What is that?
Oh, he saw us in the light again. Through his fucking door. What a douchebag. Screw you, buddy. Because KOTOR was developed for the Xbox. It was developed for and on the Xbox, and then later they put it on PC. And Splinter Cell 2, the first one at least, if I remember correctly. I might be totally making that up.
I tell you, never in my life have I been so insulted.
I don't see why you're so upset. He got you past the inspection. You think it's easy to get through the canal zone with all the crackdowns these days?
I don't care if it's hard. You think my job is easy? No. But this insult, forcing me to bribe an inspector out of my own pocket. No. This big shot, this Vice President, Senor Segundo Ruiz de Medeiros. Ha! I'll show him.
Fine.
Mark my words. I'll make him pay. I'll make him pay double, or my name is not Hugo Lacerda.
Great.
I need another drink.
Here's the man of the hour.
See. Now where would that fat pig stash his rum?
Shh. Don't make a scene.
Madre de Dios.
Not exactly. But if it makes you feel better to pray.
Please don't kill me.
Lacerda, come on, bring us a drink.
Calm him down.
See, I'm looking for some rum.
What, you need a hand?
No, I'll find it.
Good job.
Please let me go. I won't tell them I saw you.
You don't understand what's happening here, do you? Morgenholt, your goons tortured him to death, and I'm holding you responsible.
Oh, no, it's not my fault.
The only thing worse than a coward is a liar. You gave the order, and now you're gonna die for it.
Please.
First, tell me who contracted you to kidnap him.
I don't know. I swear! I was contacted indirectly. I was warned not to try and find out. I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
Yes, it is.
Good job, Fisher. I'll inform the Joint Chiefs that Lacerda is no longer a threat. Your primary objectives are completed. We can extract you whenever you're ready.
Look at this mirror. This mirror's functioning. Do you know how crazy that is? They never put working mirrors in games anymore. Because it just makes the frame rate freak the fuck out. Like, games cannot handle mirrors nowadays. Play any modern game, and then do two things for me. Oh shit. To make this easier on ourselves and knock this guy out. Oh, what? Do two things for me. See if there are any functioning mirrors, and then see if there's a scene where the characters are going to sleep, see if they go under the covers of their bed, or if they just lay on top, or if the covers are just pulled back in some way. Like, those are two things that modern games are completely incapable of doing. It's really funny. And what I want to do is dump Hugo's body over the side of the ship here. Just to fuck with everyone. But I'm not sure if I'll 100% be able to do so. It seems like you should be able to, right? No, I don't think so. Should probably take him out of the light at least.
Jesus.
Yep, they saw us. Let's go ahead and put his body right here next to the captain, so the captain will... Hugo's dead body will be the first thing the captain sees when he wakes up. That'll make him happy. Enemies will never wake up on their own in this, thankfully. Like, they won't stay unconscious for only a certain amount of time, and then eventually they'll wake up. They will get woken up by other characters. Did we already get this one? Yes. Okay. I think there's only one more, right? I forget. I know where the last one is, but I'm not...
Oh man, this is so...
God damn it. I made too much noise. Damn you, moonlight. The natural light of the moon. My worst nemesis. If only there had been a storm tonight. I want to get the bootstrap conversation. Hope I haven't fucked that up. There's a conversation between two guards where they talk about the ISS, the International Space Station again, maintaining that narrative that I told you about. Told you about it. I remember. I like throwing Hugo's body over the side of the ship. So usually I try and drag him while still alive all the way out here and then toss him over. But it can be a wee bit difficult because some of the doors you can't open while holding a guy like that. It's nothing. Go back about your business. You fucks. I'm a ninja. Come on. Stealth games.
Keep it together. Keep it together. I think I'm seeing things. Who did this?
Uh-oh. Oh. That was close. Anyway, they have a conversation about how on the they talk about how the astronauts have to bootstrap the thing that's fucking up the ISS. And he's like, uh-oh, that's not good. Because one of the guys doesn't know what it means to bootstrap something. And the other guy explains that means it's all fucked up. So they basically got to jury rig it. And he's like, oh no. Like, everyone all over the world is very concerned about this International Space Station situation. Like, from the fucking Peruvians, the Colombians, the fucking Koreans. Everyone is like, oh, everyone's so invested. It's really cute. Like, that's why I try to like stop and let the guard conversations play out, because it emphasizes something that stealth games usually are sure to emphasize.
I love the smell of the ocean air.
All I smell is burning oil and vomit.
Come on. Enjoy it while you can. Before you know it, we'll be sweating in some jungle.
Never heard of anybody getting scurvy in a jungle.
And I never heard of anybody getting eaten by an alligator on a ship. Something
that stealth games are always really good at is personalizing the enemy guards to de-incentivize killing them. Because usually stealth games are all about avoiding enemies, and usually they have, you know, non-lethal options. So they're always like, hey man, they're just dudes, just like you. Like in Sam's little tutorial at the beginning, he talked about how, like, they're just guys. They're just soldiers like me. They're not my enemy.
That was the last of the weapons crates, Sam. Now we'll be able to track them wherever they go and see just how connected Lacerda is.
Like, it doesn't take a lot to humanize someone to people. Like, there's that great scene from Community where he's like, this pencil's name is Steve. Snap. And, you know, little touches like that. Little touches of having the guards talk about stuff. Just show, like, hey man, they're just regular people. Even that can be enough to make a player go like, I'm gonna go for the non-lethal takedown instead of the lethal one this time. You know? Anyway. Oh, 90%, because I found the bodies. Didn't kill anyone this time. Oh, Hugo Lacerda does not count as a death. So, next level coming up, my favorite level in this entire game, and in almost any game ever. I'm really excited. I hope you are too. Okay then. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.